Hello and welcome to the series of video tutorials on STM32F103 Blue Pill module. This is Venkateshwarlu from Vidra Embedded. So the STM32F103 Blue Pill module, which is a low cost around $4 and a medium performance development board. So let's get started with our first program, that is Blinky program. So before moving on to the actual program, let us see what is the hardware and software needed for the series of video tutorials. So the hardware wise, if you take, then the STM32F103 Blue Pill module, the one which is showing here, is required, and also you need a third-party programmer. This is ST-Link V2 programmer to program the code onto the board. And if it comes to the software needed, so I'm going to do all this series of video tutorials using Astalic 2 Studio for STM32, which is a free tool for ST Microelectronics. Previously it was a commercial tool, now it is free, and ST is providing free to STM32 microcontrollers. And also you need STM32 CubeMX 5.0 or later version. Also you need STM32 CubeF1 firmware package, and you need to install JDK to support the Eclipse based environment of Astalic 2 Studio for STM32. So let's get started. First of all, install all the softwares including JRE and Astalic 2 Studio for STM32. Open the STM32 CubeMX by double clicking on this. Wait for some time. So click on remind me later. Now it will open the STM32 CubeMX. So if you are new to this STM32 CubeMX, so first of all we need to install the STM32F1 CubeMX firmware package. So to install that, go to help and click on manage embedded software firmware packages. If you are already installed, you will able to see under STM32F1. So to install the new software, click on from local and select the STM32F1 CubeMX firmware package. So I have already installed. So after installing that, you will able to see STM32F1 firmware package here with the latest version. So close this. In order to create a first project, so that is our Blinky project, you need to select the MCU. So go to access to MCU selector. Now search for your microcontroller. Our microcontroller is STM32F103C8, which is there on the Blue Pill module. So and double click here. Now little bit zoom it. Now if you see this, we have 4 tabs here, that is pinout and configuration tab, clock configuration tab, project manager tab, and tools tab. So in the pinout and configuration tab, you have all the peripherals available for this microcontroller are listed here. You can expand by clicking on here. So in order to do our first program, that is a Blinky program, so we need to select couple of peripherals. So let's get started with one by one. So go to system core and then click on sys and then select as a debugger is a serial wire debugger. So that is I have shown the ST-Link V2. So in order to enable the debugger, you need to click here serial wire debugger. It will enable the 2 pins on the microcontroller, that is PA13 and PA14. And the second step is you need to configure the clock configuration. So in order to do the clock configuration, first of all enable the RCC peripheral, that is reset and clock control, and select as a crystal or ceramic resonator. So it will select 2 more pins, that is PD0 and PD1. Now on board we have 8 MHz crystal, so which is installed on the STM32F103 Blue Pill module. So go to clock configuration tab and make sure that input frequency is 8 MHz. If it is other than the 8 MHz, you need to mention it here, but on the board we have 8 MHz crystal. So select as HSC, and I want to bump up the frequency to 72 MHz. Click enter 72 and click OK. The CubeMX will automatically set the clock configurations for the project, and then go to pinout configuration. Now on board we have a green LED which is connected to PC13. So here it is PC13. Click on PC13 and select as a GPIO output. And if you want to label it, right click on this, enter user label, and I am giving it as a green underscore LED, and click. Now suppose if you are unable to find the pin numbers on the package, so what you have to do is, in the right side bottom corner search box is there, go there and click on PC13. So the CubeMX will automatically blinks the PC13 pin with black color. So that's all for the configuration. So go to project manager, give a name, and I will give a name as Blinky, and I'll also create a folder to save my projects. So here in this I'll click a new folder. You can use any name, so select that as a, and select the tool chain or IDE which you want to do for our project. So I'm selecting as a TrueStudio. As I said, I'm going to use TrueStudio as a IDE or tool chain, and then go to code generator tab and select, make sure that copy only the necessary library files are selected. And that's all we have done with this configuration. Go and click on the generate code button. So the CubeMX will generate the code for our project. Open project. So it will automatically open with the Atollic TrueStudio for STM32. So wait until it opens. Now it will prompt for the workspace initially when it opens. So go and select the workspace that we have created right now. So that is video tutorials. So click on this and open the, it will automatically open the project. So minimize the information center. Now expand the Blinky project. Go to source, double click on main. Now suppose the font is very small. Suppose if you want to increase the font, go to Windows, Preferences, and type here text. Go to colors and fonts. Go to C++. Go to editor and double click here. And I'll go with the consoles. And I'll give it as 30. Select and OK and apply. Now font sizes will automatically changes. Now in the main, so you need to we want to blink our LED continuously for every 500 milliseconds. So in the while loop, so we have to write that is in the while loop. So go to while loop in the main, and below the code user begin 3, write hall underscore GPIO underscore toggle, click control space, because the Atollic TrueStudio for STM32 is a intelligent IDE, so it will pop up all the options which are available with this option. And one more option is also there, for if you hold your mouse cursor onto the function, it will show the function implementation where it is. So first it is asking to what is the GPIO for this particular pin. So GPIO is green LED GPIO port, and the pin which you want to toggle, the pin is green LED pin. We have named it as a green LED pin, so select that as a green LED pin. Now there is a function called hall underscore delay, which gives the delay in milliseconds. So call this delay in milliseconds and pass 500. So that means this program will run and execute the code, or it will blink the LED for every 500 milliseconds. So save the program and click on build. So you can watch the build progress in the console. Meanwhile, I have connected my board to my laptop. So now the build has been finished without any errors. Now click on debug button. The Autolic True Studio will open another perspective called debug perspective. So this is called the debug perspective. So here go and click on resume button, so it will automatically dump your code into the board. That's all for this tutorial. Thank you.